If the Tenryou Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if...
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Ina's...
Greetings. Thank you both again for...
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Well, but recently she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Ina's... Nuh-uh! She lost to Paimon's just... you know...
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see any...
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryou Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryou Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health...
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up...
Yes, you're right. Masahito... Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. Speedy resolution...
I'll come with you, Master.
No need.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation... If things carry on like this, people will...
Huh? You...
Don't know for sure, but we may as well...
Sounds like you guys know what to do. You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun... Thank you very much.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's out. Let's take a trip to the
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me? How cold. I saved your skin, didn't I? Surely you could at least humor me by engaging in some... Then again, I suppose your frankness is part of your charm. So tell me.
We heard the Shogun decided to take a... Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will.
All right. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then the defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some... Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with.
You expect us to believe that a god would do...
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsense. A seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an... I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, I am the only one in all of Inazuma. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want? I like that answer. Here is the pass permit.
Thanks, Mika.
My question was in jest, but oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to
The almighty Shogun has requested—
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her— Guji-ai is only authorized to hold that pass permit. Wait, this is authentic. Understood. Then as the Shogun has— Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
How did you get in? Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! We made amends, didn't we?
Denied. Use of... Anyway, be gone. Do not... That is of no concern.
What did you make of this?
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So then, but why? Surely you go. She's got plenty of space.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than I cannot. In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business.
What?
It has been forbidden.
What should we do? It feels like this
Ah, it's you two. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight. It's not your first time.
So,
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution, as I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
have you tried turning it off and on again?
No. She was not created to ever be turned off. Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not— That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect— For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions.
Oh, Paimon gets it now?
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh?
I see.
You can fix it.
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification— Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
It's fine. Just as long as you can fix
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, but there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste—
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in... And who knows? A change of scenery might put you...
You mean leave the plane? It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. All right, then. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great...
What? But you're just a...
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then
Tour guides?
someone to show you around the
There's a familiarity to the scent in the air and the firmness beneath my feet. Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town!
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, it's... What is the...
Isn't the
I appear...
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to... Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now?
Why? It's not like I'm...
It was more the ordinary people that... never...
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Shogun.
It's all right. Relax. Could you tell me about the item?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh?
It might sound odd, but you see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the focus is not just the taste.
Oh, dango with milk.
I'm sorry, Shogun.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells.
Huh. Why do I feel... Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, but there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time, so I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise,
A chance combination.
the almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like... Anyway,
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as
Well,
Huh? So it's selling...
because most people aren't willing to give it a try. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun...
Ah, I see. Well, that...
No, almighty Shogun...
Is it? I just want them to... Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that... There's nothing like this. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai... She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to...
Sure, let's...
Oh, the almighty Shogun... This is incredible! I was thinking of...
Shogun! Almighty Shogun!
No, not at all.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand.
She just wants.
The Almighty Shogun wish.
Yes,
The Yai Publishing House's novel.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing.
In principle, you're absolutely.
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't.
Well. Okay, there are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition.
Okay. Huh. I know every individual word in these books' titles. Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is... Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating Sansetias? Well, surely it should be some...
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's... made up? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to...
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's how about we choose for you?
All right, then. I believe myself to be... I have high hopes, though. This seems...
All right, leave it to us. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. The suspense Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character. Right! Yeah, the plot is really gripping. What a strange person. Someone like that could easily become the top martial art. You do have a point. With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this... Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Goodness. Are people in Liyue really so complex? Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talent. Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma?
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. What about the antagonists, though?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly?
So what do you think of Yai Publishing House's... Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content, it's back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia. There was no Yai Pub in accordance with my wishes. The Shogun did, but the fact is that both the food and the stories. I disagree with your point of view. But the truth is right here.
And that's exactly why we brought you up. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but...
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of... Thank you for inviting me out. But this may be an everyday... I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't...
Ooh, great idea!
Take a photo?
It's okay. Come with...
So...
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave... Basically, a photo makes a
Okay. So what exactly is striking... Ah, I see. So in other words... the more I think about it... How should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over casual. How about this? Okay.
Let's pick a good angle to It's a wrap! Take
Wow. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. The pose is exactly the same. And so.
That's what makes it so
Hang on. So, the one in this. If it's not me, then why?
Okay, that's weird. Hey, that's right!
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place.
So then, who does that make?
Well, I'm still me. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this...
So even... then, how can I ask Inazuma and everything I have encountered on this journey with you? You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Based on what I have seen today, but it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god were perhaps...
Sounds to Paimon like Ace, and that means that we...
Master Kamaji! Master...
Why is it getting so... Oh, that sounded like Ippei.
Ippei.
Yep, let's find out. Hey, Ippei! What's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji?
It's okay. I'm not here to see him.
Yes. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. But for some reason...
Kujo Kamaji.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with...
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryo Commission is in decline. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter...
Surely they would be discussing something like that.
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar...
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I've searched all over the city. If he really has... Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. No need. I'm only a lowly servant. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens.
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are... Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision.
Thank you so much, Shogun. Let me mark out the location of the bit.
Into the wind.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like... I feel something that...
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
To the ferry.
There is no escape!
Finally, it's my lucky day.
Now you shall perish!
To the ferry.
Shine down!
To the ferry. It's my lucky day. To the
There is
ferry.
no escape!
Say no more.
Illusion shattered!
Finally, let's get down to business.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Windblade!
Let's light it up! Let's get down to business. Verdict is... Finally,
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
to the ferry. More!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Finally,
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
burn!
Be gone!
One with nature!
Everybody stand back!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Look! It's Kokomi! But who's he with?
Stay back. I will deal with this.
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun!
Descendant of the Takatsukasa.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenri.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the high...
Well, there's been a lot of...
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but...
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the
All factual statements, of course. No,
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document. These are all false.
says who? Why, you two-faced...
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves... Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just...
I believe I now...
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Now,
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me.
Well, yes, of course. It's...
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou Commissioner. The process is quite simple.
Sorry,
The first Tenryou Commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally... Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply don't... Here you are talking about Well, never mind. What about one of you, then? Does not a single...
I will challenge you, Almighty.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father, even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent—
To be brutally honest, for some—
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me, but if nothing else, and right here, right just as the Shogun said, then please, let me. This is my last
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the you may not have the courage to challenge me.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's... In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo...
As you instruct, so it shall be done.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my...
Understood. Thank you, oh my...
That will do. I will have the... Oh, come with me. Let's find...
deal.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets,
So what's next for the Kujo?
not a chance. Even if they're still, I will give them a little. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. But I've made up my mind. So, this is...
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryo Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There. Also, please stop making it sound okay. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you human.
Okay, see you next time. Considering a lot of what happened was pretty... The only thing left to do is return the pass permit to Yaimi.
Did you now? Well, how amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly... What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. So, from what you were saying, it seems that's the most important outcome of this trip.
Yeah, it seems like she...
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't... Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip, and next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the path...
What? But she...
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the but you don't belong to this world. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? I have no doubt that she immensely enjoyed that. What she really wanted to say was this. How soon do you... Was there some... the puppet, yes. It's most likely the first time in history anyone has faced this issue. You can imagine how this is one problem that even the Muson... Was there something... Don't you think it's a fun idea? Someone being reborn... For her, though... Ooh, maybe I should commission a sequel. Reborn as... Was there some...
This should be where... Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers. We came... That was back when you did your stint as captain of... Things on the island must...
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and marauders on the waterfront are supplied...
General Goro, sir.
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellence, we could split into 2 teams. One to draw the... Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not...
Sir, shall I send for...
I doubt there's... Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move.
Sir, we're just gonna step.
Her Excellency's directives also state help make.
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually. Unfortunately, we don't have the
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever the...
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll watch yourselves.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers that.
You'll get frostbite.
Trap clouds high. The birds
You're not going anywhere.
Let's end this quickly. Victors, I will end you. Almost.
Prepare to be blown away! I'm going in!
Burn. Let's end this quickly. This one's well done.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
Let's light it up! Be gone!
This one's well
Into
done.
the wind.
Roast and fry. An unfortunate fault.
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire. An arson attack. We're backed into it. They leave us no choice but to attack. Comrades, let's make them regret it.
Prepare to be blown away! Teamwork is teamwork!
Let's just be Take cover. What a counterattack!
Wind strike.
Death.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have.
What's that you're holding? Let Paimon see!
Yeah. Well,
Are you
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Oh, understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Coco.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? Well, Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, instruction, and farm. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build.
The spirit of the resistance? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the...
I believe Her Excellency is currently at board. There were reports of a possible disturbance over. We should probably get going ourselves. And, I'm sensing a growing unease among them. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden.
Sounds good! Paimon was just ready when you...
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too?
Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. I wasn't with Swordfish too. Oh, you really gave it to those Shogun. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your on edges. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back in. I don't know what else it could be. But what I do know, and all the more so now that you're back, is seriously, if there's...
What a nice guy.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. We're at peace now, finally. And I, for one, intend to make the
Huh. Seems he's a...
Ugh. I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission.
Wait, for real? You're sure?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few...
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change.
Shh, keep your voice down.
Hey there! What you talking...
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about...
No, let's not mention it. She's one of her closest advisors.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from. Welcome back to Watatsumi.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present.
Paimon definitely...
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on... I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. Take him away.
Wait! Kokomi! Something's going down over...
Your Excellency! This merchant is... Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get Matsuda, Uchimura. But before we make any decisions over whether this if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinate...
Of course. I'm a trader on the island. So naturally but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took it.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took... And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryo...
What? The Tenryo Commission are colluding with the Fatui? I suppose it is true.
What, the Tenryo Commission start colluding with the... We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. But on the way over here, we accidentally...
It has been brought to my attention, yet we are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryo Commission soon. The Kujo Sara and I will be accompanied by our guard. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing if that's the case... Then the peace talks are like, sir, are you quite...
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my...
Very well. However, if we find evidence to corrupt...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda?
Well received, Your Ex...
Good. Now, Traveler, I mean, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I also have a...
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryo Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it? Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's our enemies in the light while we are in the shadows. Option 1. Take the king and it's checkmate. if we strike from above and take down the option 2. Hit them where it hurt. If we managed to discreetly set the gunpowder alight, they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air...
Wow, that's our grim...
That will depend on our... A surprise attack from the air is with an explosion. We could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for a lengthy siege. It seems that this is my preferred tactic. It places us in the least amount of danger. Let's work together to give them the surprise of their lives. Hold the line!
Be gone!
The explosion was roughly the size I expected. Hopefully we've given them a fright.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Time for retribution!
Windblade!
One with nature!
Allow me!
Going in!
You can't run! Well, no escape. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Prepare yourself.
The wind knows me. Clouds
Can't
high.
run.
The birds come!
I miscalculated. You need to hurry up. Roasted fry. This one's well done.
Rest and rebuild!
Roasted fry. Feel thought.
Wind
Excellent work.
All thanks to your...
Actually, even the best tactics, winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a... Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the What's their objective? Let's get...
All right, time... So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat? Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it has the Tenryou Commission emblem. Yep, this has gotta be it. This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. This is way too dangerous. We should tell... Kokomi! Kokomi!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods of food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. In all likelihood, he's just an
he's hardly a saint. We're not just gonna give them...
Don't worry. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the... If he had taken the time to read the decree...
Kokomi, you think...
I wish that were true. take this alleged
Huh?
Nothing. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race.
Got it! First we...
My goods! Thank you, Your Excellency. You see,
I'm not so sure.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, had it been the case, then knowing...
but...
No ifs, no buts.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you?
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations, or you have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the
Wait, Your Excellency, who's...
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of what just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand.
Your Excellency, he said those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. I know.
Not at all, Your Excellency. But if I may, Your Excellency, I know the peace talks are coming.
I understand your concern. I'm going to take these items back to the... Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located, it was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the Shogun's existence. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate have soured. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let...
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a...
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word. If we reconcile...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides the fighting...
I know, it's just...
I appreciate your concerns.
Wonderful.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like... do you know? My daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden, so I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to... I mean, just look at her Excellency, still so young, but...
Well, if she comes to...
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to...
Oh, Your Excellency! Isn't this the captain of Swordfish 2? Will she be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time. Are you alright? This kind of...
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the
Oh! We retrieved those all...
Really? That's fantastic. I sorted through all the petitions. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time.
That's today?
Yes. The two young ladies have...
I see. Oh, let's run.
Yay! The victory!
That's the name of the game.
Great! See it.
At least the war has ceased for the time being. Not bad at all.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Should be a bit better bandaged up like this.
That's weird. How is she still... Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment.
So strict?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing. And even then, only when the visitor, as far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes.
Kokomi really does think of it. Are you sure this is the right place? It feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. You got sick?
No. It's...
You run on it.
No. It's just a figure of speech. You noticed? To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also commanding their respect. But because of my bloodline, I was always so... Whenever I feel overwhelmed, don't worry, it doesn't affect my... I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the truth.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. I was reading a book last time I was here, but...
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out.
You do that for me? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look at all. So does Kokomi make time to deal with Sangonomiya Events cash flow statement? This is a lot of work for one person, and it's on top of all the directives she has to write. Hey, look! Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just, give it...
Guess that was the... It's gotta be this one. Look, there's even a bookmark. Ooh, it's pretty done. Well, let's... Kokomi!
I'm not sure,
Kokomi? Oh no! Tonight's the victory feast! Not to mention that the peace talks are huge! She does...
Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see?
Yep, you've been out for...
I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves a...
Woohoo! Kokomi's back!
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to...
Oh, how much
Don't worry, I've got plenty.
That's great! We'll be...
Welcome, everyone! Recently, our war with the none of us can know what the Inazuma... Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. This feast is held in honor... Tonight seems to have gone off without... People tend to be more open when... I still have no further leads and I'm concerned that...
Okay, sure!
A friend of mine was really looking forward to this feast.
Watatsumi Island recently. Well, the biggest thing for us is that during the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little... When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service.
Oh!
Come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry.
Okay!
Hey there. Care for some fruit and vegetables? Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear. It's a miracle the fighting is finally... Sorry, I'm afraid I don't...
Sounds promising.
Wait, what? You actually came back?
Nuh-uh! We would never run from a...
Huh. Is that so? Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you... I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh. This... What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see it.
Yeah! Yeah! Windblade!
You're a strong fighter. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand. Captain, comrade, we made it up. The story about the...
What? Poor Kokomi, what the heck were you thinking?
Yes, that's exact. Peace talks. Everyone's been drawn in. What's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back? We are the Resistance. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kind of... Yeah. Are you seriously willing to make up a wild room?
Don't take that tone with me. Acting like for the sake of victory. We embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forget. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sun.
Too late? Darn. What are we gonna do? The whole thing about the they wanted the peace talks to break down so that they...
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I think I understand what goes... The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides... I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war
Well, that's no good.
That won't work. Firstly, it would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack, not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's...
Sounds like a really
Don't let it worry you. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame... Let's meet here again. Well, the peace talks are upon us. How do you... Here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations... I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way...
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation. Wow. There are so many!
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are, but... Any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, this responsibility... Excellent! It's been a while, Kujo-Sara.
Yes. But before we go any further, what are you doing?
That's right. She's here to... She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made...
Seems reasonable. The first item is the Maritime Administration issue. We intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward...
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, any losses they sustain due to issues...
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty.
Negotiations seem...
The next item has to do with... In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogation. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Since the war is now over, I propose...
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing...
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade, not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe...
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi...
That just isn't feasible.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou
You Kujo scum! Colluding with... Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait, 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it? Kokomi! Which scenario number?
The last one. Stand down, Tadakatsu. Rest assured, I am Madame Kujo. This is rather serious. I believe...
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another... You two! Speak!
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion.
We were approached by a few Fatui. At the time, I felt like we could get...
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just... With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion.
That's enough. Might I remind you that this is the You should be having no interaction with them. So...
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma.
Oh, her subordinates. One day, we bear responsibility. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to...
But of course, for the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou...
It seems that I must I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission has resolved our internal issues. As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides have ample...
Seems like Kujo-Sara's on the defensive.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was... I hope that when we meet again, we can I think we can leave things there for today.
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being.
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get...
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be unfortunately. The end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yeah.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed them. I want to keep fighting. I
understand your sentiments, but you kept during the war. There were highs and there were lows. And in the end, there was a glory that you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water, and... I understand, I do. It was largely an oversight on my part.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. Either way, we are ready to
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned.
Your Excellency...
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in... It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace. But we must still retain a defensive capacity. I don't want to hear from any of you again until...
Thank you.
All right, dismissed. Go and if there is, there will be no more leniency from...
Yes, ma'am. From now, thank you for this opportunity.
I can feel my... Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. I should be... Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I still get nervous when more than a handful of people are involved. I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations. Do you think so? To be in the past, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. In short, I've still got some maturing to do.
There you are, Eves. Blink! The more, the merrier. Over here! Blink!
Windblade!
Let me amuse myself a little. Over here!
Prepare to be blown away!
Blink! The more, the merrier. you are, eavesdropper. The more, the merrier. Blink!
Damn you!
The citizens shine no longer.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
There's no end to this.
The hunter.
Finally done.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Are you?
Yeah! Windblade!
There you are, eavesdropper. Let me amuse
Fallen
myself.
leaves, adorn my night!
Over here. The more, the merrier. Let me amuse myself a little.
Pay your dues.
Are you?
Wind strike! Clouds high.
Let me amuse
Birds
myself
come!
a little. The more, the merrier.
Blink! Windblade!
Let me amuse myself. Oh, now you've got me worked up. Look at me. Just once. Are you? The more, the merrier. Blink! I amuse myself a little. Over here! Windblade! Know how to get me going. Look at me. Just once more.
Right.
There you are. Let me amuse myself a little.
As one with wind and cloud.
Over here. The more, the resistance shine no longer. There you are, eavesdropper.
Wind strike.
Blink. The more, the merrier.
Time to go. Wind strike.
Let me look at me. Just once more. There you are, eavesdropper. Let me amuse myself.
The clouds high. The birds call.
Blink. The more, the merrier. Windblade. Get me. Just
into the wind. I love it when it snows. The world falls completely silent, and I can sleep undisturbed. The wind knows me.
My pretties.
Wind strike! One with wind and cloud!
Melted away.
Listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
Yeah.